Hey everyone, how's it going? So what am I working on now? Well, I have my '06 Chevy Silverado in the shop. I actually pulled it in last night because it's like monsooning raining here, and I knew it was going to be raining. I made a video and I fixed the driver's seat, and I was going to show you the reason for the airbag light. And for some reason, I realized I left the ignition key on overnight. So of course the battery was stone dead. I wasn't paying attention to it when I pulled the seat out. So I went to go hook the scanner up, and I was like, wait a minute, this thing's stone dead. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if it'll do it. It also had a check engine light. Sometimes, if you try to start a car with a completely dead battery, like you actually turn it over or turn the key to the run position, that attempt to start it could actually wipe any codes out of the computer. The battery going dead could do it too, but there may be just enough life left in the battery to keep the memory in the computer. So hopefully, I still have the memory in there. I know what the code was for the check engine light, but I wanted to be able to show you. So I got a charger hooked up to it now. The airbag situation is a hard code, meaning every time you turn the key on, the system cycles itself. It like does a self-check on everything, and it sees a problem, so it throws the airbag light on right away. An airbag system, if you fix the problem that's there, the next time you cycle the key, if that repair is recognized and it says, okay, there's nothing there, the service airbag or the airbag light itself will go out. So it's not like you have to clear the code. It'll save a code in memory if that system has that ability to have a memory code. But it'll clear it out because, like I said, it's a self-check every time you start it or cycle the key. So let's check to see if I actually have any engine codes or if they actually wiped themselves out because I killed the battery. Let's find out. Oh, when I did hook my charger up, it said it had 3 volts in it still. So maybe it was enough to maintain memory. I don't know. Let's find out. All right, so I got my Snappy hooked up, my snap-on scanner. We're going to do a code scan. Oh, real quick. The reason the brake light's on is because my parking brake is on. Airbag light, check engine light is on basically because it's not running right now. But once it starts, it should go out, provided the battery going dead cleared the light. But let's see what happens here. Let's just do a code scan. Yeah, see, it did clear the codes. So there's nothing there. But I know what the problem is. Okay. See how it jumped right back to the beginning of the screen as soon as another module loaded up? I've told you about that in the past. That's why I usually don't scroll. This truck doesn't have many modules only because, it's a 5-speed. It's a base truck. The only thing it has is it's got dual zone heat, and it's got an AM/FM radio. I mean, talk about a bare bones truck. And it's a stick. And it's a 4x4. I don't know if you can see the 4x4 stick. I've had the truck sitting for a while because I have been using my Dodge. So I'm just getting around to fixing this, and I got to clean it all up, make it look nice. Okay, lost communication. I'm not worried about those lost communication codes. That B0104, discard electronic front end sensor 2. What's that? This thing has 2 impact sensors in the front on radiator support. They're known for getting corrosion under where it mounts and actually breaking the sensor. They're also known for the sensors just going bad. It does happen. I have 2 known good sensors that I took off of a wrecked truck that we had here that did not pop the airbags. It was wrecked in the side. And so those sensors I know are good. The truck drove, everything else, no airbag light, no nothing. So it was fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually let this thing sit and charge up for a while, and I'm going to come back to it. But I'll show you where those sensors are and how to replace them. So we're back on my truck now. And what's the first step when you're working on an airbag system? Anything that you have to touch, anything with an airbag, disconnect the battery. Very important. Make sure you disconnect the battery. I just fully charged this battery. I was actually going for almost 2 hours there. So I'm going to disconnect the battery, then we're going to put this thing up in the air, and then we're going to check those, or we're going to replace those sensors. I'm just putting them in. If you have one that goes bad, like I said, there's two of them. If you have one that goes bad, replace them both. Because I seen it where you replace one and the other one goes bad shortly thereafter. Just put a pair in there. You're better off. Trust me. So, here we go. Let's just disconnect the battery. I really hate how GM has these batteries. The positive is such a pain in the neck to get to. Being up against the body like that, you would think they would have had the terminals reversed with ground over here close to the body and power over there, but nope, they did it this way for whatever reason. So, all right, battery's disconnected. Let's go up in the air. Okay, so up in the air, and if you're looking up underneath, right in this general area here, you'll see this crossbar here, and those sensors are right there. See, 1 and 2. There's supposed to be a shield here. It's never been here since I've owned the truck, so I'm not overly concerned about it. And I've had the truck for I don't know how many years now. But here's the connectors. You got to pull this out. This is like a locking tab. And then you just basically depress. It's just like a regular connector. Just depress the connector to get the yellow piece to slide out. I don't know what all this stickiness is. This thing had a power steering leak a long time ago, but maybe that's residual oil from that. That's always been there and just never paid attention to it. I never looked at it until now. So the same thing on this side. Kind of difficult to see. Now let me get in there with a screwdriver and try to dig that out. All right, so let's see. Let me just move this harness a little bit out of the way. Sorry if you couldn't see that. Trying to do this, film this, and do it at the same time sometimes can be difficult. Okay, so now, these things are also known for the wiring breaking right inside here. So tug on the wires, make sure that the wires feel good, tug on them where they go in the connector. I mean, don't go all Incredible Hulk and try to pull the wires out. Just give them a little tug. If they feel springy, then they're broken internally. And then you should be able to just pull it apart. So we're going to do that on both sides. Just like that. And then let's inspect the wire. Now here's the two sensors I'm going to be installing. They're just held in with a bolt. That's it. Nothing spectacular about it. So I'm just going to put these down to the side here. And then these, just going to use a little gear wrench. As I'm trying to do this and film at the same time, sometimes it's difficult. And then unscrew them. I'm actually going to have to put the camera down. There's no way I can do this. Because I'm not a lefty. Let's see. Try doing it this way. Alright, hang on. Mo's going to get nuts with an air hammer here in a second. So there, the bolt is out. And now, you just drop that out. Now, a lot of these, like I said, they were notorious for getting corrosion on the bolt and that, and actually splitting the sensor. Let's see. MC signature. Okay. They should be the same regardless. It's got a different number on it, but it should be the same. So, same for this one. Let's get up there, get that one out. What happened was corrosion would build up around that sleeve or around the bolt and actually snap the darn thing. Well, let's throw the new ones in. So there we go. They're both in place. As you can see, the connector's in place. These are directional. You can switch them left to right, but they are directional, meaning they have to face a certain direction. The old ones here, as you see, that little tower there, that lines up with a notch that's in that mounting point there. So now those are in and tight. Let's let it down. Let's hook the battery up and hope the airbag doesn't pop. Just kidding, the airbag wouldn't pop. Even if one of those things was shorted, it wouldn't pop. The airbag needs to see a certain set of parameters in order for the airbag to go off. It needs to see a certain amount of movement in the vehicle from the acceleration sensor or deceleration sensor, whatever you want to call it. And usually it needs to see two effects at the same time for the airbag to go off. Some require more. Like one sensor, like if I smacked one sensor with a hammer, it shouldn't set the airbag off. It needs to see a set of circumstances happening in order for that to happen. So if I got one bad sensor, it's not going to pop the bag. Now, anytime dealing with an airbag, just in case, because things do happen. Now reach in and put the key in the run position. It's actually in the run position now. Key's in the run position. And now we can connect the battery. All right. Here, you notice? Doesn't say service airbag system anymore now, does it? So that's fixed. Let me run it for codes just to see. It depends, like I said before, it could have a stored history code, but I'm not sure. I don't recall on this vehicle if it does that. Let me hook this back up. Alright, so previous vehicles, vehicle history. Continue. Let's go to airbag. Display codes. Like I said, it might be a history code in there. Current codes, no codes. Like I said, it would be there if there was still a problem. Discard front sensor and then lost communication. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back and I'm going to clear everything out of this thing. Clear codes, run by code scan, or read by code scan. Okay. So now it'll go through all the modules, clean up, and clear out any codes that was in there. Okay, so that's good. So now what's the next step? We're going to start it. Make sure it's in neutral. It may run funky because now it's got to relearn its idle and everything else because the battery went dead and I just cleared everything out. And yeah, no airbag light. Now the seatbelt, the check engine light, that's actually for the vent solenoid. The vent solenoid's no good on the gas tank for this thing. So I actually have to replace it. I thought I had one. I really did. I got to look at home. I might have stuck it at home somewhere. But I could have swore I had one for this truck, a used one. But anyway, all right, so that's it. All right, so hopefully you got something out of it. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching.